Hold your fireballs, this isn't another motivational speech with dolphins jumping in slow-mo. We're talking about a real creature so outrageously unkillable, it makes cockroaches look like fragile cupcakes. This thing has strutted through volcanic eruptions, taken a frozen vacation through multiple ice ages, and even wyoed its way through outer space with no helmet. Oh, and it's smaller than a grain of salt. You're here to become a master storyteller. But you're about to learn how from a creature that's basically the Chuck Norris of biology. Because if your story can survive what this microscopic beast has, nothing algorithm crashes, bad thumbnails, or even YouTube comment trolls can stop you. Meet the water bear with a god complex. Welcome to the freak show of resilience, the tardigrade, also known as the water bear or moss piglet. Sounds adorable. Is adorable. But behind those squishy folds and 8 tiny legs lies a survivalist so intense, it makes Bear Grylls look like he's camping in his backyard. These guys are ancient, like 500 million years old ancient. They were around when trilobites were still doing the worm on the ocean floor. They've survived every major extinction event. Dinosaurs went extinct. Tardigrades had a spa day. Found in moss, sand, deep sea trenches, and your dreams. If you've ever overdosed on science fiction, they're virtually everywhere. And unlike your ex, they don't ghost you when things get cold. They just pause life, go full hibernation, and resurrect when conditions improve. More on that in a second. And before you ask, yes, they've been to space. And no, they didn't post about it on Instagram. These things aren't influencers. They're immortal. When volcanoes blow, tardigrades go, cute, but not my problem. Iceland's volcanic eruptions in late 2023 and again in 2025 have been absolutely bonkers. Ash clouds so thick they made the sun play peekaboo for a week. Lava fountains taller than skyscrapers. And satellite images? Glorious. Visible from space, no filter needed. Guess what? Tardigrades have been found in volcanic environments. Their answer to exploding mountains? Cool sauna. Bro, they survive temperatures over 300 degrees Fahrenheit in cryptobiosis mode, basically playing dead but like, elite level dead. Zero metabolism. No pulse. Just a protein-wrapped jelly bean of doom waiting to reboot. Scientists even blasted them from a gun at over 3,000 kilometers per hour to test their limits. Still alive. They're the Fast and Furious franchise of the micro world. Doesn't matter how implausible the survival scenario, they're back in the next scene. Meanwhile, your phone overheats during a video export and gives up. The tardigrade would just chill and hit publish anyway. The Ice Age was just a chill vacation. The Ice Age wiped out woolly mammoths, saber-toothed cats, and probably thousands of poor influencers who forgot to pack mittens. But tardigrades? Oh, they just took a nap. They can survive being frozen to near absolute zero, that's minus 273 degrees Celsius. By the way, that's colder than your crush's last text. Even more disturbing, scientists have thawed them after decades, and they just walked it off. No rehab, no physical therapy, just vibes. This is what evergreen content is all about. Your content can disappear for years. Then one day, the algorithm thaws it and it goes viral. You don't need constant output. You need structural brilliance that survives in cryostasis. Your video might be on ice, but if it's structured like a tardigrade, one click can bring it back hotter than trending lava cake. Freeze now, flex later. Houston, we have a tiny problem. Tardigrades have survived space. Not sci-fi space. Actual NASA and Earth is that way space. They were launched into orbit by the European Space Agency on the Photon M3 mission in 2007 and just did fine. They tanked the vacuum, radiation, and cosmic conditions like it was a light breeze and came back more photogenic than before. In 2019, Israel's Beresheet moon lander crashed into the lunar surface with thousands of tardigrades on board. Many scientists believe they may still be chilling up there right now, frozen, waiting for a Martian Netflix deal. Your takeaway? Build stories that travel. Create with such clarity and emotional impact that even if your content crash lands on page 27 of search results, it still matters. It still survives. Space-proof stories are structured for long-term impact, not flash-in-the-pan trends. The moon has tardigrades. Your story has no excuse not to reach orbit. Write for replay, not just for today. The secret sauce: DNA shield mode. Tardigrades don't just roll with danger. They block it, Neo-style. Their cells produce SUP, a protein that literally suppresses DNA damage. It wraps around their chromosomes like the world's tiniest bubble wrap and tells radiation to take a hike. Think of it as biological plot armor. In 2025, scientists at Hunan University discovered a new tardigrade species, Hypsibius henanensis, that carries thousands of genes which activate only during high-stress moments like radiation blasts or desiccation. That's right, their stress response rewrites their survival plan on the fly. Basically, they have a built-in emergency rewrite button. Try getting that in Final Cut Pro. Storytellers, this is your structure. Your DNA is your message. Your protective protein is your narrative framework. The setup, the hook, the tension, the payoff. Without it, your story melts like a popsicle in a volcano. Plot twist, you already have sub potential. It's called knowing your message and owning your weird. The radiation? That's just critics in your comment section. Shrug, armor up, and keep going. The stronger your structure, the louder your silence can speak. A good story doesn't panic under pressure, it flexes. And like sup, the right narrative arc protects you from content extinction. Tardigrade versus the algorithm. You post. Nothing happens. You scream into the void. Still nothing. Your video sinks faster than a lead balloon on Jupiter. But like the tardigrade, you've got something the algorithm can't touch: endurance. Tardigrades can pause their entire life. No aging. No change. Just floating through time like a misunderstood time traveler. Weeks, months, even 30 years later they reboot and carry on like it's Tuesday. Meanwhile, you're crying over 37 views and 1 sympathy like from your cousin. Your content should work the same way. Structure your ideas to survive droughts. Inject real meaning. Tardigrade-proof your video. So even if your views flatline today, someone will dig it up next year and wonder why no one's given you a Netflix deal yet. Algorithms may ghost you. But tardigrade-built content? It boomerangs. It comes back cooler than a forgotten mixtape with a Grammy beat. Most viral hits aren't lucky, they're built like bunkers with punchlines. The key? Stop chasing trends. Start building fossils. The internet forgets fast, but a well-built idea is basically immortal with good SEO. The survival blueprint. Here's your 4-part survival plan, courtesy of the planet's toughest creature. Anchor your message early. Make it emotional, personal, or outrageously weird. A strong first bite makes sure no one scrolls past your story like it's salad on a pizza menu. Bring conflict. Volcanic level tension keeps eyeballs glued. If your story doesn't punch someone in the brain, it's just a lukewarm blog post in disguise. Deliver payoff. Even if it's frozen for years, your content needs a strong re-entry. Be the plot twist people text their friends about in all caps. Wrap it with emotion. Sup your DNA. Protect the heart of your story. If your story doesn't hit them in the feels, why would they come back? That's it. The story structure that can survive space, fire, trolls, time, and possibly your mom's brutal opinion on your creative dreams. You've walked through lava flows, frozen wastelands, cosmic radiation, and back again, all thanks to an 0.5mm legend with legs like gummy bears and the survival skills of a Marvel hero. You've learned how its strategy, structure, clarity, adaptability are the same tools you need to tell unforgettable stories. You now have the tools to craft narratives that survive trends, thrive under pressure, and return from the dead like a content zombie king. The problem you started with, how do I make my story last, has been solved by a creature that makes the Grim Reaper look like a seasonal intern. The most powerful stories aren't the loudest. They're the ones built to endure. So if you've got a story waiting to be told, stop waiting. Start building. Build it like a tardigrade. Now smash that like button like it owes you money, subscribe if you enjoy watching microscopic creatures teach life lessons, and drop your biggest volcano moment in the comments. What's the content crisis you survived? I want to know.